Hello, my name is Armando Salais, and I'm 39 years old, and I'm currently attending here EPCC school. I just wanted to give this introduction video and answer some of the questions so that you guys can get to know me a little better. So, what do I love and what am I most proud of? I love watching horror movies. I'm a big horror fanatic, and every time a horror movie comes out, I need to go see it, and I just enjoy it. I try to watch as many horror movies as I can a month. It's just a genre that I love, and you know, ever since I was little. And the thing that I'm most proud of is going back to school. I feel that it's been a long journey, and I always say it's never too late, and especially right now working here at the library where we promote educational services. I see how important education is, especially when you want to move up in life and you want to go ahead and explore careers. I feel that you do need to have a degree nowadays in order for you to accomplish those things. So I do feel that my biggest accomplishment right now is going back to school, because even though it seems so late in life, I feel that it's still gonna be a good thing for me and open doors that I want to open. So when am I best as a person? I would say that being around the people that you love and being around the things that you love kind of brings the best out of you. I always try to see things in a positive way, and I feel that by surrounding myself by people who support me, love me unconditionally, and things that I love to do, this brings the best in me, and I can go ahead and reciprocate that to other people. How do you respond emotionally or practically? Which is a great question because I've been told that I'm very practical, which is probably true. I tend to just, look at a problem and find a quick solution or find a shortcut so that, it could be resolved easily and fast and immediately. But with also that being said, I always tend to also look at the emotional side, which means that I tend to see why maybe a situation is happening or why somebody's reacting a certain way or how it affects somebody else's feelings. So I would say it's a maybe 40-60%, so 40 emotionally, 60 practical. I tend to do a little bit of both and try to see different situations in different angles. What I need to do to be successful this year. So I need to have more time, and that's always a struggle. Trying to work full time, have a side job which is Sensi, and on top of that, trying to take care of family like my mom, and trying to be a good friend. And it's just sometimes gets overwhelming, plus going to school. So, what I need to do this year to be successful is I think I need to prioritize my time and make sure that I'm accomplishing my goals and not losing focus on that by spending unnecessary time on other things. So I think that giving myself more time is going to help me really do good this year in my classes and prosper in all my goals. So, what does it mean to understand something? I feel that when you truly understand something, you are able to see at every different angle of that situation, problem, or even person. You can go ahead and look at different angles and make sure that you understand completely where they're coming from or why the situation happened and what needs to happen to get it resolved, or just understanding a topic, opening your mind and listening to other ideas. School, what it does for us or what it does for me is a place where you can learn, your desired career. And also it's a place where you can go ahead and have conversations about different subjects where you might not agree on all the time somebody's different point of view, but as long as you go ahead and listen respectfully and answer respectfully and try to take in what they're trying to say. I feel like school, what it does for most people is open up their mind to different situations, different ideas, different aspects of life. And I think it's important to have that, because sometimes you can't go through life just being so close-minded. You have to open up your mind and see what's out there and listen to what's out there. What should I do with the things that I know? I feel that the things that you do learn are best when you share with people. So it sounds cliche, but knowledge is power. And giving that knowledge to people around you is going to give everybody power, right? So I think whatever you learn, the best thing you can do is teach, right? If you learn something, teach it to somebody. If it's something good that's gonna bring good to them, why not share it with the world, right? So make sure that you share it, share the knowledge so that they can hopefully apply it to their life in a way that is useful for them. Am I a picky reader? So this is funny question, because I do work for the library and a lot of people think that most of my day is just reading, and actually it's not. And we do a lot of programming, a lot of community outreach, and kind of get people the educational resources that they need. But probably the last book I read, I don't even remember. So no, I'm not a picky reader. I do tend to go to the suspense fiction way, because that's kind of a genre that I like. And so yeah, those are the good things. My strengths in reading is, I think that if I'm interested in the subject, I'll remember everything right away. I'll be the first one to tell you, oh, this is what happened. I remember this, I remember that. Or sometimes even things that interest me in a book, I take those with me for my personal life. Like I'll remember, oh well, I remember this being said in a book and it can apply to my life, and use it for that. It'll stick with me. So I think those are my strengths. So my heroes, I would say, is anyone that has come from nothing and worked their way up or made something out of nothing. And I feel like, people that are hardworking. I've always had great mentors in my life, people that, are were my bosses, but they obviously become friends because I feel like they always been the type of people that I always look up to, which is hardworking. They came from nothing and worked their way up. Also, like my mom, she worked really hard when we were young, and she even had 3 jobs at one point and was trying to support us and making sure that we attended school and still, try to take care of us. So I could see now as an adult what the struggle is. And so those are my type of heroes, people that work hard for what they have and they do not give up for anything. What did I learn about this year? What are you curious about? What can a person do with curiosity? So what did I learn about this year? Well, this year, I guess this year, it just means that anything can happen, right? I learned that, we the life is short and we need to make sure that we take advantage of our opportunities. I feel that this year, especially last year, was hard on a lot of people. And this year, we're trying to pick up all the pieces. That's how I feel, at least. I'm curious about how the world is going to progress going forward, and if things really will change. Right now, I feel like we're in a weird situation where we're still in pandemic mode, but not really. We're like in the middle. So I'm curious about how that's going to change going forward. Um, And what can a person do with curiosity? That's a great question. I feel that with curiosity is kind of like a pathway to knowledge, right? Because you feel that you are curious about something, so you want to find out more. And therefore, by you wanting to find out more, there's knowledge that you're seeking. So getting to learn about a particular thing that you're curious about is always great, because it's always going to bring knowledge to you. When am I most creative? So I'm actually pretty creative most of the time. I've always been like that since I was young. Um, I mean, you could give me different scenarios or different ideas. And if you need something, I can come up with ideas for it. So that's why marketing sometimes comes naturally to me, because I can grab something that we need to do and create ideas around it, just because I'm creative that way. I've always been told that I'm creative since I was young. And I don't know why I'm so creative, but I think it has to do with just the way that I was raised. I maybe it has to do with me given freedom since I was young to have my own ideas and have my own thoughts, and have kind of creative outlets. One of the biggest things, even if it's drawing, music, art, those areas, if you kind of work at them, it's kind of like a muscle. So they kind of grow and get stronger. So I feel like that's probably why, I tend to be in the creative side, because ever since I was young, I've been inclined to do those things, and those are always fun for me. What do you want to know us to know about you, and what should we be asking if we're not? So I guess in personal life, yes, I am married. So that's questions that, usually people ask, hey, are you married? I do not have kids. Um, and I would like you guys to know that I'm a late learner, I guess, in school, but I'm looking forward to working hard and getting my degree. And I would like for you guys to know, if you're young, especially, make sure that you finish your career in your school, because that's going to take you places. Um, so those are things that I would like you guys to know, is that, even though I'm a little bit on the older side, I am also looking forward to starting a new world for me this late in life. Do you think you're a good student and a good learner? Is there a difference? I don't know if there's a difference, to be honest. Being a good student means that I guess you get good grades. Is that what it is? I don't know. And being a good learner, I feel like sometimes there's difference, because there's people maybe that really do good just by memorizing answers and answering questions and doing good. But I mean, are they gonna keep that and learn and use it towards their life? Maybe a good learner means that you keep that information with you and you take it with you. And a good student could be anybody that just studies for that grade and gets A's, and that's fine, and then they just kind of eliminate everything they learned. So I mean, I think that would be probably the difference. Do I think I'm a good student? I do. I feel like I'm trying to be. As I in the past I wasn't, but not because I wasn't smart or anything like that. I think it's because my focus was not in school. Back in when I graduated in 2000 from Elwood High School, I went to college right away. And one of the things that kind of distracted me was the freedom that I had, that I didn't have to show up to class, that I didn't have to, you know, do homework if I didn't want to. And I started failing. So a lot of freedom was kind of my downfall. And also me being undecided on what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I felt like I didn't know what path to take. I felt a little bit like everybody else knew what they wanted, and I was the only one that didn't. So looking back at that, I can see how I was not a good student because I wasn't focused. But now, thankfully, I have a big motive to get my degree and looking forward to finishing it. So yeah, I do feel like I'm a good student. I will make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but it's that you learn from those mistakes and then you move forward. All right, so I think those are all the questions. And if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments or replies, and I will go ahead and answer those. I hope this gave you a glimpse of who I am as a person, and just, be able to have a little window to who I am as a person. Thank you. Have a great day.